right, people, so we are back. We've just got to change the names and adjust all the points and everything like that, obviously, and the scenario. So give me 2 seconds. While that's happening, I have got a special guest with me this afternoon. So Gary.
Hey guys.
And he's going to run through. So we got Paddy on again with his Ironjawz, and we have Nick Cambridge, who is playing the brand new Ossiarch Bonereapers. So Gary's going to go through that list for me because he has played them. So
I have a bit. All right. So Nick's just running the Bonereapers. I'm assuming he's running Petrifix. It doesn't actually stay on his list there. He'd be running Petrifix. Yeah, he's running Petrifix.
So who doesn't?
Yeah. So he's starting with Arkan the Black, which is always a very solid choice. He's got Liege Cavalos as his general with the mighty Arcasian trait. I'm not sure how you pronounce that one. Which is the +2 to wounds, so he's going to be running around on 9 wounds. He's got the Godbone armor, which will allow him to ignore the first damage each phase, with the Mortisan Soul Mason. For battle line, he's running 20 Mortek Garb with Blades and Shields, another 20 with Blades and Shields, and 10 Death Riders, again with Blades and Shields. And to finish off the list, he's got double Mortek Crawler and a Soul Stealer Carrion. For a neat 2,000 points, 117 wounds, which will be very tough to get through, considering it's on Petrifix.
No battalions?
No battalions.
I was just looking to see whether I had to add any CP.
8 drops.
8 drops?
Yeah, so...
He didn't buy a CP either, by the way?
No extra CPs.
No extra CPs? Because, you know, CPs... No, it's because CPs are so important to this army. So I don't even know whether I should count them up for old mate because he doesn't need to use them for anything.
No, well, you could... Yeah.
I'm going to have to change that to, like, resilient.
Yeah, I mean, we could keep the discipline points, but that's going to be really hard to track from here.
Yeah, so you know what I'll do here is I'll just rename this.
Yeah, just RDP.
Yeah, wrong person. RDP. RDP. Or as I like to call them, scum points. And we'll have to be on top of how many he gets every turn and where he spends them because they are a bit hectic.
So just looking at his list, he's going to be generating 3 base plus an extra one for the Liege, so it's going to be getting 4 base, and then he's going to be rolling 8 dice at the start of each battle round, and 6s will be making more. So he's going to have that 4 base, potentially another 1 or 2 from rolling, and then if he gets desperate, he's going to be casting the spell to get an extra D3 in there as well.
Yeah,
so he's going to have a lot of utility with that.
He is going to have a lot of utility. So I better go through. So obviously we've had Paddy on the stream earlier today as well. So his list has been talked through, but obviously we're going to have some new people in the chat. So I will go through his list. So let me see if I can do some long distance reading. So we have a Mega Boss on Maul Crusher. So he obviously one of these. He's got 2. So one's obviously the general. He has got an artifact. Can you read that to me?
That's the Sun Blessed Armor.
So that does mortal wounds back on if you do a save roll of a 6, I'm pretty sure that's a mortal wound back onto the opponent.
Okay.
His mount trait is Mean Un, so that is an extra point of damage on his fist.
Oh, that's going to be scary.
Yeah, so that goes up to like 4 damage there, which is pretty rough.
Yeah, especially when you cap the War Chanter mix in that. That's terrifying.
Yeah. So there's another Mega Boss on Maul Crusher because everyone needs to run at least 2, I reckon. And he's got the artifact, the Ethereal Amulet, so he's got a 3-up save ignoring all rends, so that is pretty nifty.
Yeah.
And he's got the Heavy Un, so he actually gets an extra +1 to the dice roll of the Destructive Bulk. So instead of being on a 5, it'll be on a 4.
Oh,
so like the original.
Yeah, the way it used to be.
Yeah, so he's also got 2 Auric War Channels. So he's got Get 'em Beat, so that's a 4-up. Oh, I think it's pick a unit actually, and then it's got a 3d6 charge as long as they're within 12 inches. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. And the other War Channel has got Fix and Beat, so that's actually on a 4-up. You heal D3 wounds allocated to a model. I think that's got a 12-inch range as well. The other one might be a little bit longer range, I'm not entirely sure. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 units of 3 Gore Grunters in the Gore Fist. So he actually gets to start off with a CP there, and if I go over, because I'm really good at using technology here.
See the rest of the list now.
He actually bought a CP as well, by the looks. So he's got 2 to start off
It
with.
looks
so
like Paddy will also get the Triumph as well.
Yes, if they remember to do that, we'll see if they can remember themselves to do that. So they look like they have started to do their deployment. So we're playing Knife to the Heart.
Yep.
So, well, yeah,
Oh, this will be a tough one with all those. I feel like, yeah, just having some pre-game guessing here, but Nick's going to be whacking a big lot of Mortek Guard on one of them there, and I think they'll safely hold it all game.
Yeah, well,
Unless of course, the more crushers might get into them.
They can do a lot of damage.
They
and
can.
Just being able to move in the hero phase as well, they can probably get across the table pretty quickly if they need to. He does not have a shaman in there to do any sneaky teleporting, so he's completely relying on being able to move quickly or spending them to move in the hero phase. So
How
we'll see how that
far?
works.
How far is the deployment? How far away from each other are they in this? Is it that I can't quite see the picture from here.
I think it's 9 inches away from the enemy territory.
So right, so we're 18-inch
or 12,
gap.
sorry, 12 inches.
Oh, 12-inch gap.
So his Triumph is re-rolling saves.
Okay.
So which is pretty neat.
That'll be handy, especially on that Maw Crusher, because there's those Bone Reapers are going to be looking at a heap of rend. We're going to be a neg2 rend if he wants on those Mortek Guard. There's going to be nothing there that's nothing there that's under neg2 rend at all if he wants it.
Yeah, that's right, which is pretty greedy in my opinion. But anyway, so people, if you want to know the Blood Tithe Nexus or the terrain pieces dead center, which is pretty normal for it to be, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's interesting because if you place it down to one side, then you roll off, you could really do some negative impact on your own deployment. I've seen people talk about, you place it in this one spot, and then you're going to cut off a heap of deployment range, but that could easily just backfire into you. So I haven't seen anyone place it anywhere other than the center.
Okay,
in most of the games.
What have we got else going down here? So we've got a hero. Is that Arkan? Looks like he could be up the back there. Or
I think
Liege, the Liege Cavalos.
That's the Liege, yeah.
Yeah.
Base looks a bit too small for Arkan, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty terrible at guessing sizes on here.
Yeah, that.
And on the Ironjawz side, it looks like he's got the 2 war channels. So one looks like it's here, and the other one looks like it's here. So.
Great.
Yeah, they're ready to buff. They're ready to buff.
Is that all
beat their bone sticks together.
Is that all he's got down at this point?
That's
all
he has down at this point, yeah. So
okay.
See who able to. I think the Ironjawz player with that battalion is going to be able to dictate who's next.
I'd say so, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it really particularly will matter who goes first. I wouldn't even be surprised if Paddy decides he wants to give it away.
Yeah, me either. He's got the dangerous thing that Nick has got is he's got those 2 catapults, so they can do a fair bit of damage. That would be one of the. Yeah, it's hard because I think they're going to play a big part in this game if they're not taken out because they are just ridiculous.
Yes.
Especially if they are shooting against, they got the once per battle against a big unit or once per battle against a hero.
It's only once per battle.
I'm pretty sure either one of those is once per battle, and then it has a normal generic shooting.
Okay.
So, luckily you can't do that every turn. So we do have the
sorry,
war
I
scrolls.
wasn't following there. I thought you were talking about the Maw Crusher shooting.
No, the crawler.
The
catapult. So it's got
course.
the 2 dangerous shooting attacks it can do. So the Maw Crushers are going to have to be careful with this, or even the War Channers, honestly. If they get in the wrong spot and taking one of those guys out,
well, it's not unreasonable to think that it'll be able to take one out.
Yeah.
First turn, which is possibly a better target. Thinking about the long game, I think if he knocks out those War Chanters out early, reduce all the damage to the Ironjawz.
Who wants to have extra damage on the units of pigs or a Maw Crusher?
Exactly
would
right.
you? When they're doing 2 damage each? The pigs? No thanks.
No. No, I mean, they've got great saves, but the Mortek Guards are still only 1 wound models, so, fail one of them and then you're losing a lot of models.
Those crawlers have got a decent amount of wounds too, where they got 12 wounds each.
12 up.
That's just
and they'll be on a 3-up armor save with Petrifix.
That's fucked.
Yes.
That just makes
He's not running the with two I'm gone blank here. With 2 crawlers, I'm surprised he's not actually running the battalion. He's almost got the requirements to run the battalion.
It's hard to, you got to sacrifice something to get that battalion. So it'll be interesting to see whether having the 2 crawlers or even having them in the list is. I've heard they've done some decent work today.
Yeah, okay.
So
I've
if the battalion that has the Mortec guard in there is pretty good though.
Yeah, just being able to palm off, and I don't know if it's optional to palm off, so you could potentially play it so you can just hit the tier level you want, because some of those shots get buffs the more damage you take. Some of them are stronger if you've got no damage.
Yeah,
So you can kind of, I don't know, I have to look at the wording, but if you can sort of option whether you want to palm off the damage, you can really kind of control what sort of tier you want to be on.
Yeah. That is for sure. So who have we got in the chat? Looks like we have the AOS coach. Hello, AOS coach. We have Joel. I'm back from being table boss. So I'm out of my prison of the table and able to come back onto the microphone because no one likes listening to Michael anyway.
I'm sure he'll do a hell of a lot better than I do.
And Dennis is in there. What's up? What's up, my friend? What are you doing? And Wes. Hello, Wes.
Hi, Wes.
Thank you for watching.
I remember you. You're the one that called out my my Nagash tricks, putting the dice in my tattoo hand.
Oh, yeah. All right, AOS coach, he's asking...
and Mick's exploited that ever since.
He didn't hear how many drops each army was, so we said that the Ossiarch Bonereapers was an 8 drop?
Yeah, 8 drops for the Bonereapers, and I think someone called it 5 for the Ironjawz.
Yeah. So hopefully that helps you out. There.
Alright, so it looks like something's happening. Are they still deploying, or they're doing some bit of measuring here?
They are. So it's a good scenario to end the day, actually. So this really splits.
It is.
Paddy's shaking his head, but he can suck a dick because we all know it's the best.
Yeah, Knife to the Heart is a solid section for round 3.
He's going me. So, you know, we're all childish this afternoon. We've reached that point where it's the third game. We're all getting a bit tired. We can see Paddy is just about dragging himself across the ground to play this game. He's struggling. Alright, so it looks like we have got most things. Ooh. He's putting the pieces onto the side there for the little fellas. You just put them on there.
No. Yeah, he's got them all magnetised, so he's just building it up properly.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, he showed me how he did it. I'm going to do it because I built mine straight up, and I've gone, oh, I made a mistake here. trying to put it in boxes, it's horrible.
That's one thing I want to do with Catacross, is we've been calling him Kakarot.
Yep.
We want to be able to magnetise the fellas who are on his base, so once he's taken wounds, you can take the fellas off.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that. I think it's a great idea.
It's
if I ever
very
get around
fiddly
to it.
though.
Is it?
Yeah, because some of those models aren't exact. Like the way they've been put on the base or mounted on the base isn't friendly to work with when you're trying to magnetise, especially for people like me who aren't gifted in trying to drill holes and put magnets in anyway. It's quite difficult, but hopefully I can get it done.
I'm just absolutely retarded when it comes to that sort of level of hobby. I don't do magnets at all, but I guess I got to try somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. Gotta give it a go.
That's right.
Oh yeah, we're just going to see who's. It looks like Paddy's doing some measuring. You have to see whether, I don't know if he's decided to take the first turn yet or whether he's just measuring. He has. Paddy is taking the first turn.
Oh, who saw that coming? Not me.
So he's got his two, well, obviously everyone can see because of the biggest models in the world over here, but he's got his two more crushers over here. So
that's where
I'm
they
wondering
are.
whether he's going to do some sort of assault over here with these guys, which would be pretty amazing. And then he's got his whole group of piggies down here.
So coming back from one of the tables, the steam tank list that was on here last round is matched up against Seraphon, and Seraphon has just put a whole blob of 40 Saurus up against them and failed the charge. So now the steam tanks are about to, They did. So the steam tank has blown away 40 Saurus guard in one round of shooting. So that sounds like fun.
40 Saurus guard.
Yeah, so that's...
So is it partners playing each other? Is there someone else?
Who's playing Seraphon?
The other guy.
Oh, really? Okay, awesome. That's amazing. That's what I was going to say. Oh, no, I hope we don't have like a situation where Michael and I play each other.
Yeah.
It doesn't end well.
Is that why you're streaming now?
Oh, the last shot killed the last one. Wow, that's pretty crazy.
That sounds like Cameron Richards. Yeah, yeah, Jesse's right. Thanks for that, Jesse. Cameron Richards, Seraphon.
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yep, he was playing Seraphon. I just got to remember all the lists here.
Yeah, and I've been walking around with them all day, and I can't remember who's playing what.
It's like trying to remember all the Warhammer rules. It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
So it looks like Paddy is advancing with his Gorg Runners. So he's doing his Mighty Destroyers move, which is part of being Angels.
Yeah.
Destruction.
Right. So that's the CP, right? He spends the CP to move, and then he moves again, and then he's going to hopefully get in and punch some wounds out. Did he get the War Chanter buff on there?
I'll have to find out from the table boss whether any War Chanter buffs off it. No, so nothing exciting.
No, okay.
Not ready for action yet.
Can't wait for this Bone Reaper to have its turn and see how many models get taken off. It's going to be wonderful. What's the bravery of a Gorg Grunter these days?
7, I think.
7. Right, I'm just having a look at the Mortek Crawler. So with which one was it? If you could take out, that's a unit of. Oh no, the units of 3, aren't they? They're not. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, if that was a unit of 6, he might have been able to just punch the whole unit out.
Small units, so they're not.
Okay.
Unless there's a bravery debuff, he's going to be honestly.
Yeah, there's no bravery debuff in his list at all, unless it's coming from terrain at all.
Yeah, which I'm not sure what the terrain rules are on there at this point.
Got some dice rolling happening over here. Still can't quite see what's going on yet. There with us, guys. We're just waiting for some more information.
That Crusher's moving up. It's a pretty dangerous position to be in now. He looks like he's only a few inches away from that Mortek guard. Up the top there. One of the units anyway, and the other one's coming around the front.
Which one's that? Do we know which one is which?
The one with the ethereal amulet is the purple one.
Okay, all right.
Yep. It looks like it's the more garbage-looking one too, anyway.
Yeah.
So Paddy can hear what I'm saying, so I like to have a bit of a joke. If no one can hear me, I'm not being rude. I'm just saying it too. But that is a really scary position to be in at the moment. But in saying that, they don't have any War Chanter buffs on. So they're no extra damage.
Hi LV, this is Ironjawz vs Bonereapers, a Petrifix list.
Hello LLB. I'm so sorry I haven't got you those stats you need yet. Thank you for politely reminding me though, I'll get onto that. I've been very, very busy. Okay, so he's doing some shooting. So this guy here looks like he's shooting into this unit with or yelling, I should say. He's going to be yelling at them.
Yes, just screaming all the bad words at them.
Yep. So 1 at -1. What do we got? Taking 1 damage. Yep. So 1 Mortek guard went down to shooting. Yeah! Woo!
Well, yeah.
So we should probably find out too whether Paddy spent any points in that hero phase as well. So he spent 2 to move the Maw Crushers. So I better do my job and put that down to 0. So by the looks of that, he's sacrificed both these CPs to get those guys, and he really wants to get in combat and try and take out the Mortek guard as quick as possible.
Yeah,
so he's really trying to play very aggressively here.
They are absolutely the biggest threat of any Bone Reaper army. Their war scroll is absolutely incredible, especially in Petrifix.
Yeah, well, a 3-up save, normal battle line, what the hell?
Reroll all fails.
Oh,
Reroll all save rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty gross.
Yeah, no wonder Michael wants to play them.
Yeah.
Alright, so the unit of pigs, one of the units of pigs on this side here, the yellow one on this side here, has got a 3d6 charge.
Right.
So that went off on a 4-up, so that's pretty good. 50-50 chance of doing it. Oh, no, I don't know actually whether it goes on a 4-up. I might be lying to everyone. I think the healing is a 4-up. I could be just talking.
I couldn't confirm anything about Ironjawz for you. I'm sorry.
I do have it here. No, it's just, oh yeah, it is a 4-up.
Okay.
I know my rules.
Oh, so 2 more crushers have made charges.
Yep, so they're doing their destructive bulk, I imagine, so we'll have to see what happens. Ooh, that's pretty good, 5.
And the death saves.
So it looks like 5 of them went down, so now we're looking at, we obviously got the pigs in with a nice big charge, so they'll also have a bonus because if you're more than 8 inches away, they get to do a special ability.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Because I remember if they made a natural, like an actual measured 8-inch charge, they used to get D3 damage on the tusks or something.
Yeah, so that's the same sort of thing happens now. So if they're more than 8 inches away and they've made the charge, I'm pretty sure they get a bonus. So I'll just make sure I've got that correct. But
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Just getting an update from the other table. So in a game of Nighthaunt versus Fire Slayers, Nighthaunt have just dropped 10 Hex Raids and Knight of Shrouds down and killed the Magmadron in the first turn.
Wow.
Right.
That's pretty amazing.
So Nighthaunt versus Fire Slayers. I wonder if that's Carl's Fire Slayers.
Yeah, we'll have to find
Either
out.
way, that's pretty impressive.
That is very impressive. I wouldn't have expected that. Just killed that Magmadron.
And in another matchup, we've got Nighthaunt versus Ironjawz. It's turn 3 and not a single wound has been done to either army. Right, so they're just playing the fast game, obviously. It sounds like those two just want to get out of here as fast as they can.
Yeah. Well, we have been notified that there is a bit of a bushfire around in Ipswich at the moment.
That's right,
so
yeah.
it's getting pretty close to Bundamba, if I remember the right
Yeah, I
side
think
there.
Bundamba, and they're looking at closing the westbound of Warrego Highway.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people here that are probably getting
Which
close
is me,
to-
because I'm supposed to go home to Toowoomba tonight, so I may be camping on the side of the road, just out near
Just
Ipswich.
pitching some sort of car tent. Oh dear.
No, it'll be alright.
Yeah, so the Gorgoners don't get, sorry everyone, I've been telling you Foops, as far as I know the Gorgoners don't get that extra thing for rolling a charge, it's only got an 8, but they do have another ability.
Oh, sorry, so that big thing with the big wings on the Bonereaper side is a converted Arc in the Black. So he's done a really cool conversion. He's added some, looks like some giant Tyrannid wings off the side of the Morghast.
I stuffed up.
And he's got Arkan just sort of walking around with a lead, which looks really, really cool.
That does look cool. That's really, really cool.
And yeah, sorry, I'm not really watching the chat too much at the moment.
So it looks like Nick's going to be able to re-roll his saves. It's just saying that he's going to re-roll some saves. Yeah, on the 2
Yeah,
units.
so both of his units, he's got to declare that at the start of the combat phase, which is what he's done. He's re-rolling all save rolls on those Mortet Guard, which is definitely something you want to be doing with 2 more crushes right in your face.
Oh, that's pretty scary, isn't it? Like, I would not like to have those 2 big guys in my face.
Yeah.
So if I can re-roll some saves, I'll be doing that.
Absolutely.
But they're followed up by, he's basically bum rushed his whole army across there, which is, not a bad move because the Bone Reapers are pretty solid.
I think he is just trying to close in on those to prevent that shooting, because if he can get in, lock inside those, be wholly within 6 of those crawlers, it'll just absolutely destroy them.
Oh yeah, 100%. And it really it puts Nick in a position as well, so he's going to have to, would you be using your once per battle to... So the yellow Maw Crusher is +1 to hit.
Okay.
As well, but yeah, would you really be, using your War Scroll abilities and using your once per turn to try and hurt these guys, or would you both just do it like into one and try and get rid of them?
I would, if it was me personally, I'd be trying to use the just the both regular shooting on the ethereal one, just because it's got no rend on those attacks. They're very accurate. They're 2s and 3s. Yeah,
Bit of
2s and
damage
3s.
too,
There's
is
no
it
rend.
5
They're 5
damage?
damage a hit while they're undamaged. So with 6 shots like that, we might be able, if you get the lucky rolls, might be able to take one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I would probably be doing at this point. But again, I'm not Nick, and Nick's a much better player than I am, so we will see.
We will see. I'm excited because I haven't seen them being played before, so it looks like a few more of those Mortek Guard were taken off the table.
So Mortec Guard have just taken 12 wounds, and that's the group on the. Do you want to draw on that for me, John?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's
you're
the
right.
group
Yep.
there. Sorry, so they've taken 12.
And that was after save.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's rough.
So the fist just attacked then, and he hasn't been able to do a lot of damage with it yet because Nick is rolling excessively well with his saves.
Yeah.
So that whole unit of Mortec Guard has just gone down, so smashing and bashing has now been
And
activated.
I'm assuming he's going to be activating the next Maw Crusher and just
Yeah.
hopefully repeat the same thing and get rid of that other unit.
That would be.
That would absolutely put this in a very, very good position
Yeah,
for
definitely.
Patrick.
So, yeah, Nick will have the next turn, but he still might be able to do some hurt with those catapults.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to do enough. If that Mortarch Guard screen is gone, I think he's going to be in for a world of trouble.
Yeah, I agree. He's just trapped in his own deployment as well.
Yeah, he can't move out.
So he can't move out. So he's got to get through all those Ironjawz to be able to get out. And then travel down there to win the major.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's got +3 move if he wants, so has Paddy got anything on that objective? I can't quite see.
No, he doesn't.
Right, so...
He's got the 2 war chainers around the nexus.
I guess if he was fast enough, so you can give Arkin a 19-inch move if he hasn't taken any damage.
Yep.
With the RDP. So give him a 19-inch move and then do the run roll as well. He might be able to jump across there and grab it if he can hold off the Ironjawz onslaught till turn 3.
Yeah. So we've been asked in the chat whether there's any discipline points at the moment, but it is Paddy's for the discipline points. So there's only 2 left. He's got 2, so I need to put that in the chat, sorry everybody. But it is Paddy's first turn. He took first turn, so he is doing a lot of damage to those Mortec Guard because...
Hey Mick, so he's got 2 left, 2 RDP left, 2 discipline points left. Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll try and... Yeah. Okay, so if he lives, he might pop another one here for the extra rend if he's attacking the one that's... Which one did you say has got the amulet?
This guy here, so it wouldn't do
anything.
anything.
That's a... Yeah.
So Paddy's just got lucky enough there that the 2 more pushes are around the right way.
So
His saves are really good though.
Yeah, okay, so what's Nick fighting with here at the moment? I can't quite see what's going on.
So it looks like he's piling in the unit of...
the Knights,
the Knights into the piggies.
Cav off.
So,
I like it.
cav off. Oh, so, yeah, these guys are sneaking down here, getting into these guys, and they're also going over there to them as well. So they're tying up both units, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, those Knights are not quite as resilient as the Mortec Guard. Interestingly, though, their wounds per point is actually a bit better than the Mortec Guard, and their damage can be about the same.
Yeah.
But only, He pops another one. Yeah. So Nick has used one discipline point to give +1 rend to the Knights.
That's pretty good.
Which will hit them 3 attacks each, 3s and 3s with -2 rend for 1 damage hit.
So that should chew through a couple
And then
of
those
piggies.
horses will be -1 rend as well, which is
Nice.
quite interesting. And they're 3s and 4s. They're quite good for horses.
Yes, they are. I think Bonereapers is just quite good in general. Really.
Oh, they're okay. They're okay.
Says the person who's been playing them religiously for the last 4 weeks or whenever they came out.
Yeah, well, it took me about a week to get a 2,000-point army up and ready, and I've just been up at
I
the
think
shop.
contrast paints are going to be a lot of people's friends because of that reason too. Like, it's not hard to get an army painted in time, especially when the armies just come out and want to get on the table.
They were just built for accepting contrast paints, though. Like, some of the older sculpts, they don't look quite right, in my opinion, but the newer sculpts with contrast paints are just perfect.
Well, I do like the fact that, like Arkin fits straight in, Nagash obviously fits straight in, the Archive fits straight in. It's really, or Morghast I should say, because there's Harbingers and Archive. They fit in. They're aesthetic. It suits the army, which I'm really, really happy about.
Yeah, I'm just loving the whole look of the army as a whole. And
I've seen some really sick paint jobs.
Yeah, me too.
I wish I could paint that.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at getting a new Nagash commission painted, too, which will be nice.
Yeah. So someone is looking to take 4
That is disgusting. Don't do it. No one will be your friend.
Can't wait to take 4 catapults to CanCon. Just get ready for the most worst sports scores you can ever imagine.
Cypher, are you running the battalion at least? Or 2 of them?
Yeah.
Because I think you can only have 2 catapults in the battalion for that. No battalion.
Oh, gee. So only 1 pig died from the night. So they
Oh,
made
that's
their
not good.
saves really, really
Yeah.
well. Or I'll make roll. Really
Or he just whiffed.
well. Oh, because it's the first turn.
Yes.
We
Iron
forgot
Suns.
to mention that. How silly are we? So he's part of the Iron Suns.
Right.
So then they want to hit in the first turn.
Yeah, that's going to hurt him even
actually
more.
missed that because I read the Gorefist down the bottom and didn't read the top of the list.
Yeah,
so the Iron
that's-
Suns is awesome for that reason. So
that spells
I
a bad
apologise
day.
to everybody. That is the reason why they are not getting damaged very much, because even though Nick made the right choice probably by having the extra rend, just so saves were harder for the piggies, but then they want to hit, so it sort of retaliates against that pretty nicely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's looking like a bad time for Nick. But you know, it'll be his turn soon. We'll see what he can recoup.
Yeah, well, I'm actually really keen to see what these catapults can do. I haven't actually seen one on the table being used yet. Not that I've seen much. I've heard of a lot. I just haven't. I haven't seen much catapult action.
Yeah, no, I don't actually own any, so I haven't actually tried them out yet. But it's something I'd like to do in the future.
Yeah, and they're really cool. I love like the model with they look like they have little legs sticking out the side.
Yeah.
Crawling along.
I love the little hamster wheel. The one guy in the hamster wheel pushing it along. Oh, that's great.
That's pretty awesome.
Have you seen the YouTube videos of the guys that have attached springs to them and made them fully functional catapults?
No, I have not. But that sounds really cool.
There's a couple of tutorials that have been made on YouTube where you can actually spring load them. Sorry, just getting some more information from Table Boss here. Okay.
Alrighty, so this unit over here has just done 6 wounds to that unit of the Death Riders here.
The pigs haven't attacked yet. Oh right, so that's just the riders that have hurt them.
Yeah. So we need the piggies are going in to do some damage.
And at max, in Nick's next turn, he can only bring back 1 Death Rider from Archon. So unless he overkills them, and then he might not even be able to bring back 1, might be able to just heal 1. So
Right.
this is I'm lost for words at the moment.
So I think he's been making some pretty good saves. And the Death Riders took 5 wounds. Again, just from the piggies. So 6 wounds from the Riders and 5 wounds, so 11 in total.
11 in total. That'll take off. That's going to be nearly 4 knights. So he's going to have 1 left sitting there with 1 wound, which he'll fully heal up unless they take some more hits this turn. Which I don't know if there's anything else in combat with them. Is there? Or is there more knights in there?
There's 2. I don't know whether these guys have attacked yet because there's 2 there.
Okay.
But it looks like.
Oh, Archon's going in.
Archon's going in. Oh, ooh.
Yeah, I don't know how well Archon's going to hit, but that dragon's going to be hitting on 5s. The catapults are 200 each, coach, so they're 800.
And he spent his last point and giving Archon +1 rend.
Okay, I don't think. Yeah, I think he might have been better off just saving it for his own turn. Being perfectly fair, he hasn't got the accuracy.
He's going to get some next turn anyway, so. No.
Well, he won't because it's his turn next, so he won't generate until priority roll. So if he pops them all now, he's relying on getting that spell off, which he probably will because there's no spell casting in Pat's list, so he might get 1 to 3 back. But yeah, I don't know.
Ooh, interesting. That spell is good though.
Yeah, I just don't know. I know we got lots of them and they're coming from everywhere, but I just think he might be wasting it when he's neg 1 to hit and hitting on 4s as a base, so he's hitting on 5s.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll be neg 1 in next turn as well. So.
Oh right, so he's neg 1 next turn.
So Archon did 4 wounds to a pig, but I think it was already wounded, so that was enough to take 1 off the table, which is just made. So he's got a unit of 2 here, a unit of 2 there. Then he has a unit of 3 still there, and a unit of 3 if anyone is having trouble seeing that. So
what is-
he's only lost 2 pigs.
What has Nick got left on the table at the moment after that?
So he's got 1, 2, 3. I think there's 4 Death Riders, 4 or 5 Death Riders. Then he has part of a unit of
It's
Mortec
like
Guard over
12
there.
maybe?
The 2 catapults here and here.
Still got the Liege.
The Liege.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Archon.
Arc in there, and there, it looks like there is something here. That little thing.
Where are we looking, sorry?
Yeah.
Looking at checking first.
That little guy. So does he have like a Soul Mason? That'll be the Soul Mason.
That'll be the Soul Mason, yeah.
So we have lost another Death Rider. So another 2 died from the yellow pink. So these.
How many are left, Mick? 3 Death Riders are left.
So that unit there must have attacked, and now we're going apart. He just piled in with that unit there. So we'll see. So the Mortec Guard going to attack the guy, the Maw Crusher with the Ethereal Amulet. So we'll have to see if how many wounds these guys do.
Yeah, okay. So Neg 1, they're 2 attacks each. They're going to be fighting in 2 ranks. I don't know how many he's got there, but looks like there might be 24 attacks, I'm going to guess here. Maybe 25. I can't quite see how many there are.
Yeah.
Neg 1 to hit, hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s, ignoring the rend. So I don't know.
Okay, Cypher Fallen. So Nick's list. You want to run through that again, Gary?
Yeah, no worries. So Nick's running Archon the Black. He's got a Liege Cavalos as the general, with the Petrifix trait and the Petrifix artifact. He's then got a Soul Mason, which with the spell we're not sure what he picked. We haven't been told that yet. He's then running 2 blobs of 20 Mortec, 1 blob of 10 Death Riders, 2 Crawlers, and the Carrion.
Yep. So that is his list.
Yeah, but we reread that and said what the dead would be a lot quicker to say, I think.
Yeah, well, he's missing a unit of 20.
Yeah, and the Knights are nearly gone for.
Yeah. Wow. So
Okay. Nice.
Nick's clearly better at rolling saves than
He's
Harry
got a
at
big,
the moment,
he's got a big
so-
smile on his face. You can see that
He
from here.
says that ethereal amulet hasn't helped this guy. He just took 8 damage in the save rolls. Oh, sorry, he took 8 wounds, but then he rolled his saves and only saved 4.
And that's a
Oh,
3 up,
3-up.
re-rolling one, or just a 3 up?
Just a 3 up as far
Okay.
as I know. Rerolling ones.
Yeah, that's solid. But he'll be now +1 to his attack and wound characteristic for killing models, wouldn't he? Or was that the other one? Have they
Well,
both
they've-
activated?
He smash and bash, and I'm not sure whether he went to that one or went to the pigs over here.
Yeah, I missed that.
But this one will definitely be.
That one will be a +1 wound and +1
Yeah.
attack. Yeah, it's we're in the top half of turn 1 and it's not looking great.
I think we're really relying on those. I think he's really relying on those catapults to be doing some damage now, and I just don't know whether it's going to be quite enough.
Yeah.
Just being those guys to be able to come across the table that quick at you can take a lot of people by surprise, especially now that he's stuck. The biggest thing now is he's stuck in his deployment zone as well.
Just had some updates from the other tables. So we've got a Stormcast versus Seraphon. A lot of Seraphon today.
There is. It's good to see. It's good to see.
Yeah, so Stormcast has dropped down 3 ballistas and shot off the slant on the Balewind.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's good.
Yep.
Good for him, I guess.
Yeah.
And in another game, we've got the Steam Tanks versus the Dinosaurs, and the Steam Tanks lost due to Skinks being summoned and making an 11-inch charge to cap the objective. So it's game over already.
Well, it does end in turn 3.
Steam Tank Army didn't lose a single model. Okay, right. So that must have
Because
been...
they're only single models, he doesn't have in his list. He doesn't have any chaff of any. So
Yeah.
he's only got a lot of single models.
Yes.
So unfortunately, it makes it really hard for him to cap objectives. So in this scenario,
And versing a summoning army as well.
Yeah.
And they can teleport everywhere.
yeah,
It's...
all they had to do was just summon a unit of 10 over there, and it would be really hard for him unless he had all these steam tanks around it. But then you're sort of sacrificing their range of shooting if their opponent is far enough away.
Yeah.
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 So it's really hard for him to protect his own and also try and get out amongst the game to get the opponents.
Who was playing the Seraphon? I will find out for you, Cypher. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. So I think the person who's playing that Seraphon against the Steam Tanks was Cameron Richards.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because he shot off the 40.
That's right, yeah. So
Yes, yeah,
Jared
that's right.
is playing the Steam Tank Army, and he played Cameron Richards, who's playing Seraphon. And then the other game with the Seraphon is Jared's partner. Yes.
Yes.
Who's lovely.
Yes, she is.
And she's playing Jared Wilson, who has just started.
What's happened? Damn it. So
Yeah.
Nick's obviously just went to use. He's taken his turn. He's activated the Nexus. He's chosen to roll the neg 1 to hit on a unit and has whiffed it. So no neg 1 on Paddy.
Yeah, so we'll just have to find out how many.
How many?
how
I'm
many
assuming
spells.
I'm assuming he's going to. He's going to have to cast that, surely.
Yeah. Just to get some RDPs.
Yeah, he will. He needs to make the most he can of it.
He's going to basically get all his magic off anyway because there is nothing in the Ironjawz list that can stop it. He's got no wizards of any kind. So.
No, so and his Archon is +2, so yeah, he's not going to fail that.
Yep.
I mean, double 1, but what are the odds?
Yeah, you're 100% right there, Anthony. She is lovely. I haven't actually had a chance to play her yet. I've played Jared a couple of times. Michael's played Jess. And yeah, just an absolute champ of a person.
Talking some metagaming strategies at the moment.
Yeah, Paddy's just saying he's got a high damage army, which is very
We
true.
can see that, Paddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found with my playing OBR that I've always taken the battalion just because that extra discipline point every turn is just wonderful, and lowering drops is huge for them.
Yeah.
They take first turn, they move on to objectives, and they just sit there.
Yep. But I was actually keen to play in my head. I was keen to play the Ironjawz that we have at home because I think they would be quite a good. They can be quite a good counter to the Bonereapers because they do punch out a lot of damage and they're quick.
Anything that's fast, has lots of high rend attacks or mortal wound output is gonna duff them up every time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just gotta have the you gotta be confident too. Like if you think you can get across, do a lot of damage to them first, especially watching how they've deployed. I would love to take opportunity.
Yeah, well, hit me up.
I'll have to have some games. I haven't played a game for a while. Actually, I'm a bit thirsty for one.
Yeah, I haven't seen you play in ages.
No, just like I'm a bit thirsty for some run drafts tonight too. Actually, they are in Ipswich, and I haven't had a run draft because Toowoomba doesn't have them. So when we got down here yesterday, we went to the Brothers Leagues Club and went there, and I have to say it was amazing.
Wow, that sounds good.
I was just craving one so bad. And I became a member of the club just so I could get them.
Yeah.
2 times I come down here every year.
So, coming from the other tables, we've just had 30 Grimghast Reapers charge into 10 Dryads.
Yep.
One of the Dryads survived and held up the entire unit.
That's good. That's pretty lucky though.
Yeah, they must have been in the trees. I haven't got the full details here, but they must have been in the trees getting extra saves. Or was it neg 1 to hit when they're in the trees?
I think they can be neg 1 to hit and they can get better saves as well.
Might be both.
One's from one thing and one's from the other. I'm not a Sylvaneth encyclopedia.
Yeah.
I would have to.
But either way, from 30 Reapers, that sounds pretty rough. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I remember
Shaman.
when 30 Reapers were like the bee's knees.
Yes.
Like CanCon
Oh,
this
absolutely.
year. Out of this year.
Yeah, I think the points cut has really quite hurt them. A lot of people were still just, I'm still going to run 30, but I think it's...
It doesn't have the same effect anymore.
No. Not at all.
Alrighty, so as you can see, the Mortec guard up here is sort of spread out over the 2 more clashes. And he's just asking how many wounds these guys have got over here left.
Right. So Nick's standing around, he's just staring at the table, unsure of what's going on. He looks terrified.
Alright, so we've just been informed that the in the hero phase, magic was pretty lackluster. So we're in the shooting phase at the moment.
So what? Did he not get anything off?
No,
What?
doesn't look like
So
he got much off.
did
at
he
all.
fail 3 spells? Ah, okay.
They virtually did nothing.
Yeah.
They're all
okay.
ones that were like he didn't have anything that was going to be able to do anything apparently. So
Oh, I beg to differ.
it must
but-
be the ones he's chosen.
Well,
Aren't helping
Arkan has access to all the spells in the law.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to pick them, so...
So the first catapult's killed a pig. So that's pretty awesome. So it looks like he shot the unit over here and has killed one. So that's down to a 1 now since they're just 3-man units. And the
Second one's
second
missed.
one missed. So he's not having a good time with those.
No, his dice rolls are... Yeah, okay. What's it do?
Yeah, well, I think he's in a lot of trouble, especially if, he gets, if Pat wins the priority.
I think losing all that Mortek guard in the first hit, that was huge. That really hurt.
Yeah, and as it's been said in the chat too, like it was interesting that they weren't really spanned out like across.
Yeah, it was
They
an
were just, like,
interesting choice of just blobbing them into
Yeah,
one spot.
one big blob sort of just across that area.
Okay, so he spent 2 RDP. I'm not sure what he's at the moment, but he's just spent +1 attack on the liege. I think he's put it on himself. The liege put +1 on himself. Yep. So the liege has got +1 attack, and he's also used another one to give something -1 rend. I'm not entirely sure what it is yet.
I'll have to find out from the table boss how many RDPs are left. He's got 0 left.
he's
So
got
I don't
0
even
left?
have to change anything. How good's that? And the liege just missed with all these attacks.
All those attacks. Wow. So he'd be running with the liege with +1 attacks on his profile. He'd be on 11 attacks, I think. So he'd have 4 with the sword, 7 with the horse, and then 2 with the shield. And missing
And
with
he's
all,
missed with
everything.
missed with that first set of attacks. I think maybe I don't know if it's every single attack or just that first profile.
Yeah. Oh, I hope not. Oh, okay, right.
Okay, so also this piece of terrain here we've just found out is mystical. So all these pigs here,
Getting the 6 up
well, not
after
necessarily
saves.
every model, but these two definitely, and at least these two are getting better. Oh well, you missed a save anyway. Maybe this guy down here too, but I don't think they're going to be affected by anything at this stage.
Cypher, I'm honestly very happy that there's no harvesters in this list. I cannot stand them.
So the yellow Maw Crusher is fighting the Mortek Guard now, so we'll see how much damage this bad boy can do. Whether he can activate a another Smash and Bash.
Let's hope not. I'm on Team Bonereaper here.
yeah, that makes sense. I'm on Team Ironjawz, so we'll have to see what happens here. It looks like he's taking some models off.
What are we rolling up here?
Some more attacks.
More attacks. The crotch goblin, I love that. Yeah, I'm not real too fan of the model. I don't know. I think the rules itself just adds just slows the game mechanic right down, and I don't know.
Not your style.
It's overpowered. Yeah, it's not my style, but I'd say it's more just I don't like the impact that it has on the game. It just slows the combat phase right down, and would just be a negative play experience for almost everyone, I feel.
Fair enough. So it sounds like 9 Mortek Guard died in that round of combat against the yellow man.
Oh, early. Yeah, that's going to be very hard to bounce back from.
So one wound has gone through from.
I should keep checking my phone. I keep forgetting that Evie's sending me messages. Oh no, no, she didn't. That was somebody else.
That's okay. You've got some table knowledge.
All right, so just waiting on here to see what happens next.
So 2 saves being made by the Ironjawz player
Yeah.
and the mystical. So
Which unit is this on? This is on
that's the piggies there.
The piggies, yep.
Yep. All right, so it looks like it's just looking. You know how they can heal after they've killed some stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what they were just sorting that out there. Everybody, sorry. So Paddy's doing a count as well on how many models he's killed in extra
Oh,
attack
yeah,
against.
that's right.
So
And it adds to the bottom tier, doesn't it? Like, it doesn't take you... It just means you live on bottom tier for longer. Is that correct?
the bottom tier.
When you add the extra wounds, because it's wounds taken. So on the profile, the more wounds a Warcrusher takes, it just keeps him alive longer at the lowest tier.
So the other more pressure is attacking it? Yeah. Well, it would just go off the table, so if he's...
Yeah, because then it's like 13 plus or whatever it is for the bottom tier.
Yeah. If he's reached that stage.
Yeah, I don't see it's going to happen this game. But anyway, you never know. Curse of Years something, Curse of Years.
Well, that would be nice.
It would be.
So it looks like... Holy dooly. One's left. Looks like there's only one...
Single Mortek Guard out of
Mortek
40.
Guard there.
Round 1. 39 Mortek Guard down.
Yeah, so those fists are just brutal.
Yes, especially
that
with
guy
the...
there, he's got the Ethereal Amulet, so he doesn't actually...
He's on 3 damage a hit with the fists, is he?
Yeah, because the heavy one's an extra.
He's extra.
+1 to the destructive bolt.
Yeah.
So Smash and Bash is going off because it looks like that unit has gone. There's no more tech guard around here anymore.
Wow. That is great for Paddy, but I'm disappointed. I was really hoping to see them just stand a bit more stronger.
Yeah, but it gives me confidence to know that they can be beaten.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they definitely can. There's definitely an answer to everything out there. Oh.
Yeah.
So 5 saves at -1.
So who are we rolling on now? Must be the
So
Knights.
the piggies are attacking.
Yep, okay.
Piggies are attacking.
So the Knights will be on -1, they'll be on 4, I'll be looking for 4-ups.
Yeah, so they've taken, so these piggies here attacked Arkham.
Okay.
I'll have to tell everyone about that. All right, so yeah, we were just talking about Jared before with his team tank list. So yeah, he just come over and had a bit of a giggle with us about how he unfortunately just lost his game because of the sneaky skink action.
Yeah, because they can retreat instead of activating to fight. So they charged, retreated, and land on the objective on turn 3.
Yeah. Oh. So tell us about this, Gary. So
What's going on here?
Arkan's over here now.
Okay, so Arkan obviously had Protection of Nagash on, and as soon as he takes some damage at the end of the activation, he instantly teleports.
Yep.
And then he will, the spell is unbound. So, yeah, okay.
That's some interesting
I wasn't,
news.
yeah, I wish Table Boss had told us that.
we have, but in saying that though, we still got a unit of pigs that are sort of held back.
Yeah.
So those guys, I think they move 9.
9? Yeah, I think 9 sounds right.
So depending on the CP, but he's got none left, so it's sort of forcing him to make a decision there. So he's going to either have to use them to come back, or even these guys here
Mick is Table Bossing Cypher.
to come down there and try and have more models around that, so he doesn't win. But we are still only in the first turn.
Yeah, he's still got a long time to go.
Yeah.
A long time to hold off.
That's exactly right. And there's still a lot of action. It depends on priority too, because
Yeah,
there's
it
still
will.
a lot of stuff up here. It's just added a little bit of pressure.
But it also means now that even if they do capture his objective, they won't get the instant win because Arkan's on the other one. Because they no longer control both of them.
That's, yeah. So he's really going to have to pull these guys back here. And buff
Yeah,
them
you're
up
going to have to
possibly
get rid
here.
of, or even just
Then-
don't have to kill him up, just get in within 6 of it and outnumber him, and that's the job done.
Yeah.
Ah,
so we've still got some-
interesting. Okay. Well, it's not looking good, but we might see an extra turn in the game now.
There's something to mix it up. I like it when stuff like that happens because you're like, oh yeah, that can happen. So the last night just went down, so it's really opened up everything here.
Yeah.
So there's nothing there anymore.
What has he got left now? The Bone Shaper, the Liege, and two catapults.
Yeah, 2 catapults, and
Yeah,
obviously
okay.
Archon down here.
Reapers have just won the priority into turn 2 though, so Archon unfortunately is now too far away to do all of his spam healing, so we've only going to get 1 off from the Bone Shaper.
Yeah.
Which, has the Liege taken any damage yet?
There is. I don't see any dice around. Oh no, there might be that one there. I'll have to.
Yeah,
I'll have to find out.
Well, it doesn't matter. Assuming the Liege has taken damage, it's probably about to get healed.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, Archon's range is only 18 with his healing, so he's only going to be able to target himself.
Cypher says, explains ways he's missing things because he misses a lot of his painting as well. So that might be a little sneaky stab at a certain rune axe that they went to like last year.
Okay.
Where they missed out, I think so anyway, because it makes sense because they missed out on a podium finish because they did not have their stuff painted to. It was painted, but it wasn't
I
painted
was on that Rune X team last year.
Yeah, so
yes, I know.
Yes. So that might be a sneaky stab at that, which I think is quite hilarious. And he's trying to convince me to paint his Bonereapers, but I'm not excited over it.
Why not, Gemma? They're wonderful. Just contrast them. Okay,
Alright, so one of these war channels, go ahead.
So the Nexus has activated punishment of, I can't remember the name of it, but it activates on a 4-up and he's targeted on one of the war chanters that's now only charging on 1d6.
Yeah, that's pretty nifty.
Yeah.
He's just trying to prevent people coming down here, I suppose. But as you said before, they only have to get within 6 inches.
That's right.
So he doesn't. You don't have to charge old mate at all. You just have to be
just got to be there. Which they might be able to, with a good run roll, they could be there.
Yeah, that's right. So I'll have to find out from our table boss also how many RDP. So he's got 4.
So yeah, he summoned the base 4 in the start of his turn.
Yep.
Has he rolled them? I don't know if he's rolled them yet. He probably has.
So getting a 6 is not exactly an easy feat.
Yeah, but I mean that's why he's the small unit. He's only got 8 units, so he should get 1 on average. The hive, so he's just rolled another one. Spell. So use the spell to get another one.
That's good. I like that spell.
Yeah, it's very good. My Nagash list, I know everyone loves me talking about my Nagash, but my Nagash list only generates 2 per battle round, and then I'm relying on rolling and getting the extras.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. So having 5 is quite high in my opinion, but I've seen some people write lists that come up with like 11 a turn. With Catacross and then the Liege and
the Catacross
Battalion and all this other crap.
Kakarot does give you a fair few.
Yeah, no, he's definitely a very, very good choice.
Yeah, we had that discussion in our latest app whether he's worth his points and how much he does for the army. But the more I read his war scroll and understood stuff and what he actually provides, I think he's definitely a pretty key piece if you want to run that style.
Yeah, 100%. Like when you invest that many points into any kind of big model like Nagash or Catacross or anything, you've just got to really build into it to make it work.
Yeah, and like I reckon we could chuck some Immortal Guard in there to protect.
Yeah,
because they will just take the wounds for him, and then he can heal them.
Yeah, and you run the Aegis Immortal Battalion, so then when he palms damage off on a 2-up, rolls a 5 are just negated.
Yeah.
So even tank you, which is what I do with my Nagash, funny enough.
So anything that can sort of prevent damage and have him on the table for longer is amazing, because obviously with his companions that he has, the longer that they stick around, the better he is, obviously. So you want to keep them on his base as long as possible.
So, what have we got happening here?
Well, there isn't a lot of movement. He's just moving the Soul Mason 3 inches away from a Maw Crusher.
Gee, I wonder why.
He doesn't really have anything to protect these guys anymore.
No,
so
they're going to be absolutely drowned next turn.
Yeah. So I would, if everything goes okay for Paddy, I'd be saying goodbye to anything that's up here next turn.
Yeah, and then those pigs in the middle of the board are going to obviously come back and then
Yeah.
Paddy's just going to hope to pray for an
a
early
double.
double and claim it.
Oh, that'd be rough, wouldn't it?
That would be very rough.
That'd be a very quick game.
Yeah.
There has been a few quick games there. I'm just looking into the room at the moment, and there is a few. I think the tables closest to us, there is no players on them at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like a few games have finished up.
Yeah,
In fact,
but that is the thing about Knights of the Heart, though. Like, if you aren't aware of the scenario and when it ends, it can catch you off guard.
That's right, yeah. I'm just having a quick look at the down under pairings for the tournament in general, and I'll tell you exactly how many.
All right, so one catapult took away the last of the pigs, so there was a yellow piggy over here. It's no longer there.
Okay.
And the other catapult is.
Have they got line of sight on the pigs in the middle?
I don't know whether it depends on which one shot. I don't think they would, because that is a fair sized terrain piece there. And he sort of has got them squashed
but
together.
does the catapult need line of sight?
Well,
That's a good. I've got the war scroll right in
it
front of me.
sounds like
I
they
will
do.
check. If someone else can find it before I can, that'd be great.
I think they do.
Yeah, it doesn't say you don't, so I'm going to assume that it's
It's not like a
definitely
plague
yes.
call catapult where they're just like.
Yeah,
they
well,
can
that's. I was reading the play call last night when I was looking at my Skaven list, so
Yeah.
that's probably where
They're
I've
quite
confused
good.
that.
Not quite as good as these crawlers though, but.
Right, so we've only got one discipline point left, and he's going to use it for extra attacks on the Cavalos.
And extra rend.
Oh, and
So
extra
he's
rank.
just spent a fair bit then. Obviously, our table boss hasn't exactly told us all of them, but we've got one left. We spent 4.
Well, looks like only one game has wrapped up, but
Oh, they've just finished. No one's filled in there.
no one's filled in the report, so I can't tell you how
I'll
many
have
are
to
done.
chase that up.
Jesse needs to get on his game. Jesse, if you're listening, check it.
Ooh, so we got some dice rolling here. What's happening here? Who's attacking? Is there going to be some dead Ironjawz? Or not? One wound goes through. Paddy's throwing his dice on the ground. He's had enough.
How do I type there?
So Kavros just whiffed and killed one pig that was already wounded, and that was with all his buffs that he had on there. So he had extra attacks and extra rend, and he still only killed one that was already wounded.
Wow. Jesse, can you just confirm how many games in the main room have actually wrapped up?
Ooh, there seems to be a few attacks going on here. Is this one of the more crushers attacking that poor last Soul Mason? Just guessing. Looks like there's a fair few saves to be made here.
Yeah. Oh, smashing and
Soul
bashing.
Mason is
Soul Mason's
down.
down again.
So smashing and bashing has been activated. So
Oh,
I
this
feel
is.
like that's
So
right.
now
I
he's
feel
going to
like
go
our
into the
mate's gonna
Liege.
go
Now,
into-
it'll be interesting to see if he can get through the Liege. The Liege is rocking a 2-up armor save and ignoring the first damage.
more pressure can put out a lot of damage, but
It can, but will it be enough?
how many wounds has the Liege got?
He's
7,
on
8?
9.
9. Okay.
9 with the command trait.
Ooh. But the more pressure does a lot of damage if any of them go through. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does take the Liege off.
You reckon? I don't know.
Big close.
I've got my money on him staying.
We'll soon find out.
But I've only played 2 1,000-point games with him, and he hasn't died in them,
Okay.
and that's what I'm basing this off.
There's 2 more pressures in this. I hate to tell you, Gary. So he looks like he's making a lot of wound rolls here. So 5 at the 2, so
So
that's
these will
4
be
up
looking
safe.
for 4-ups, yeah.
And
He's going to take away the losses, I think. So he's. Oh,
3
that's
damage
him.
each.
We need to make one of these death saves to live. Save the 1. Oh, he ignores 1. Yeah, so he's going to live. I called it.
Is that all of his
He's going
attacks?
to live.
Yes, okay, so he does. Fine, Gary. Fine, you win this argument. So he hasn't got
Unfortunately,
many wounds left.
and he has no way to heal him. Oh,
There's
he's
still
got
a pig attacking him.
and okay, you're right. And Arkan's too far to heal. Yeah, and then but unfortunately for Nick, it's going to be Paddy's turn.
Yes, it's true. There's a bit of danger. I feel it. I feel like a bit of danger. So we're going to Paddy's turn. So he has a CP.
Okay.
Oops, I just drew the screen.
Hey Mick, how many points? How many points you got left?
Yeah. Alrighty, so what do we got going on here? So
Yeah, Nick's looking really sad. I think Nick's gonna start bringing out the daughters again. Oh, he sold them. Oh, okay.
So he spent his last. Paddy's going to spend his last. The CP he just generated to fight again, and Nick was going to see whether he could steal, which he did not.
No.
So that will go down to 0, I believe. And he's using it to. He's using this guy here. Pretty sure to attack this guy.
Yeah, again. See if he'll live again.
Yeah. Well, basically, what that's going to do is it's holding up a pig and a morph rusher. I know that they do a lot of damage. But, you know, you want to be free so in the movement phase you can...
Yeah, straight up and hit them and then call it a day.
Well, it's turn 2, so if he wins priority it will be. If he also needs to remember that this is turn 2 and if...
So the Liege has just taken another 9 damage. We're looking for death saves at the moment. So he's still counting, but he only had 1 wound left. He's dead.
Yeah,
Destroyed.
Unfortunately, that is that. So the other thing we have to remember too, though, is we still have to have a priority roll. Yes,
And
it won't be... Yeah. It'll go down to a... minor if he can't get back here.
Yeah, well that's right, because Nick still has that home objective.
But if Paddy wins the priority, it's going to be pretty
We're
So
into,
he's just moving, so everything looks like they're going to be 3 inches
so
away.
we're in bottom of turn 2 now.
Yeah.
So it'll come down to those pigs getting over and then winning priority for Paddy.
Yeah. So he's definitely bringing those pigs around to secure both crawlers to be in.
Yeah, well...
There's 24 wounds.
How big's the base of a Maw Crusher?
It's a 160 mil.
So I'm not very good with converting metric to imperial, but is that more than 6 inches?
It's basically 25 mil.
Not that it matters, because the Maw Crusher, they're not going to live. But that's just for argument's sake. If they were to live and the base was bigger than 6 inches, they'd still be able to shoot.
Yeah.
The 3 games are over in the other one. That's good. Getting out of here a bit early, and hopefully I can get home before the bushfire closes down the highway.
Yeah, so their bases are just over 6 inches. It's like 6.2, I think.
Right, so you might be able, if one of them lives, they might be able to shoot, and they'll be probably on a very low tier, which will mean they're going to get +3 to the Curse's Stealth roll, which is the instant slay.
Oh, yeah. It just depends on if they live.
Yeah, well...
They're in Petrifix, so they're going to be on a 3-up save.
They're going to be a 3-up save. They've got 12 wounds. There's no hero there, so they don't generate their own death saves. There's going to be no after save for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, my money on Pat taking them down pretty comfortable, I think.
These guys here probably would have been a bit out of range. Did they increase their range to 15, I think? So I'm not sure whether any of these guys would actually be able to buff anything over here.
I don't think it matters. Paddy's got 3 models there. If he can get them in range, like that's it, and then he gets the other 3 in range, which he's moved those pigs up. So they. Yeah, where's the objective on that? Is that?
I think that one is here, and the other one is here.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, right. Well, might be another turn yet.
Yeah, maybe. So we're in the shooting phase. So these guys are doing their yelling. So they've done some damage to this crawler up here.
Yep.
He's been yelled at. He's gotten scared. He's taken some wounds. He's not liked being yelled at, which they should be used to
No.
since they're the most disciplined
Yeah. Yeah.
army out there.
Shouldn't even flinch to something screaming at them.
No, yet he has. So it looks like there's some
Chargers made moves. He's going
charges.
to do
So this
destructive
guy's
bolt.
gone in. Yep. So he's going to do his destructive bolt now. So this will be on 5 ups.
So he's rolling 7 dice, I think I just heard. How do you say?
Oh, 4s.
And they're on 4s, okay.
Yeah. Because he's not the
And they're just going straight through. There's no mortal wound save here for him.
So I think that catapult's taken 8.
8 damage.
I think he's at 8. And the other more crushers made his successful charge. So he's going to do his destructive bolt into the catapult that already has taken wounds.
Yep.
So he's chasing 5s this one.
He's just done
taken
another.
4 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
He's rolled 4 5s out of the 8 dice.
Wow. That's good. Good for him. Good on you, Paddy.
I feel like he's got Dave Kerr's
crushing
curse of the
dreams.
dice of rolling.
I think this is Nick's first tournament out with the Bonereapers too. Doesn't it have to be?
Yeah,
Oh, crushing dreams everywhere.
just an asshole. The years are going in too. We saw that coming as well.
Yeah.
So they've all
Why
managed
would
to
you
get
not?
in there. So he's got 1 solid unit, 1 pig by itself, and 2 more crushers.
Got control of the objective now, so yeah.
100%, yeah. But the problem is if he wins priority, he's still gonna to get a major. He's gonna have to get this guy away from there.
Well, I think he's going to, unless, you know, the only way I could see it sort of happening is if Arkan somehow, well, if Nick wins priority and Curse of Years off that unit.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, can Arkan take on 2 more crushers on his own?
Nope.
There you go.
Can anything take on 2 more crushers?
Mine
on their
Gash
own?
could. Mine Gash could. Fight me, Gemma. Fight me.
We'll have to line that up one day. We'll just put the 2 more crushers and the gash on the table and just go straight
No,
to
no,
combat.
no. No, Gemma. That's not how it works.
That is 100% how she works. So it looks like there's 5 saves at Nig 1 being made at the moment. No after save. So 1 crawler is down. No, there's no after saves up there. We've discussed that there's no characters.
Yeah, because they don't have the Hecatos keyword, so without a hero nearby, they're not getting any saves at all.
So much for the Bone Daddies being overpowered. Well, I'm just going to say that Ironjawz still have it, but only in this instance.
Yeah,
really.
I mean-
It could have gone differently if Nick had the first turn.
Yeah, I think deployment was a big issue here for Nick.
Yeah, I agree though.
I think stringing out those Morto Garb would have been the way to go.
Yep. Yep, definitely.
Yeah, sure, it provides more surface area for Pat to charge into, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, people I still think are underestimating how much movement Ironjawz can have, how much damage they can do. So if you really don't
Absolutely.
chaff up properly, you're going to pay the consequence. Get across the table.
Yeah, and anything with that much hitting power, the
Oh,
raw
dude,
damage,
holy
the raw
dooly. So
attacks,
the-
the rend, it's just, yeah.
That other catapult has just been removed.
It's gone down as well. Right, so all we've got left is Arkan with the spell left on the table.
Yeah, so he did have the endless spell over here, but that should
And
actually
that's
be
sorry, go on.
unless that's soul linked.
It will be, oh no, it would have been soul linked to Arkan because,
Yeah, that's what I'm just about. Yeah, sorry, that's what I
yeah,
was about
because
to say.
if it was soul linked to the
Soul
Bone
Mason, it
Shaper,
would
it
be.
would have already gone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Bone Reapers have 1 priority as well, which
Right, so what is he going to do?
they're talking about some tactics here that are really far fetched.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick's still playing for the win.
That's just the competitive different each person. So he is talking about using was it the protection of the gash?
Yeah, he wants to use the protection of Nagash, take some
try and
damage, and try
get
and
back up
try and hop skip over the other side of the board again.
But even if he did get up here, he's got quite a job to deal with this.
Yeah, he's
Which is why I mean about the far-fetched business.
yeah. But hey, at least he's no longer neg one to hit now.
Yes, I suppose, because that makes a lot of difference. What else we got in the chat there? What's Joel saying?
Which one's Joel? Is that Blaze Be Mad?
Joel McGrath.
Oh, Joel McGrath.
MG.
Sorry, yeah, obviously the one that says Joel. Double Crusher is seriously so good. Bugger playing around with Ardfist and our boys. Crushers are where the party's at. I agree.
Yeah, you can have crushers and Ard boys and stuff in there as well, though. I've seen
So our
two
boys
more
have-
crushers with an
Our boys now have Rend, don't they? They're just all the time, I think. So someone was saying, our boys have Rend all the time now or something. I think
I
someone
thought
was
they
saying.
had Rend anyway. But you can make them have extra damage with the War Channel.
Right, I didn't know. I thought they used to have no Rend.
They had multiple, let me speak English. They had different weapon profiles.
Right.
Now they've just got one weapon profile.
Okay. So
So
too
that was
bad
what
to all
was
those
changed
guys
on
who
that
had
war
mixed
story.
weapons.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh
So
dear.
now they've just got one choice that has Rend, and then you can use the War Channel on them to give them 2 damage each as well.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
I think our boys are quite good as well. They're not as fast as the Gorg runners, and obviously we've seen some shenanigans here with moving, but I wouldn't put them aside and say that I wouldn't use them.
Table boss is coming over for an update. Nope, he's getting a drink. Damn. Okay, so did he get it off?
Alright,
Okay, so the plan was Nick was going to use the Nexus on that unit of pigs just below the Nexus and give them a 1 dice charge instead of 2. But we don't know if it went off. It did. It's gone off.
So these guys have got a 1d6 charge, but that can change because Kirsty is just going to try and go.
Yeah.
But we've got to remember too that depending, because it's going to be Paddy's turn next, one of these guys here, one of these War Channers,
Their War Chant is still there.
Yeah. So depending on the range, because they might just be out, which is a bit of a pain, and you might need line of sight.
Yeah.
They might be able to do the 3d6 charge still, because that'll override.
Oh, will it?
Because it'll be in Paddy's turn. It happens in the combat phase.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I read that. So the 1d6 is happening in Nick's turn, in the hero phase.
Yeah.
And then the 3d6 charge, I'm pretty sure happens, so for example, it's from this guy. It
Right.
happens in Paddy's combat phase.
So you can
If
charge
it's
him.
his turn, it should override that.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Well,
but
the
that's
way
a discussion that we had before.
The way
that's
the
how we
Nexus is
thought it
worded
worked.
is you roll 1 less dice.
I think it actually says 1d6 instead of
does
2.
it? Or maybe I'm confusing with the old Legions one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it specifically says it'll be 1d6 instead of 2. So, and it happens in the hero phase of next turn, whereas the War Channel one is the combat phase of that player's turn.
Okay.
So
right.
if you're going on the rule of activations and turns, I would think that Paddy would have.
Sounds right.
Have
Sounds
it
right
over
to
that.
me. Looks like they've gotten in there anyway.
So it's interesting. So he's actually brought Arkin away. He's still controlling that, but he's
okay.
trying to hold him up.
Yeah, that's not a bad move.
So he's given Arkin +1 rend as well. So he spent his last RDP. I'm pretty sure. So can he chew his way through 15
Yeah,
years?
maybe. I mean, if the Dragon Claws, that's the one that counts. They're going to be at -3 a hit for 2 damage. There's only 4 attacks. Oh, no, it'll be 6 attacks on that. So potentially 12 damage, yeah. So Joel has said order of activation. If you put
Yeah,
get
that's
them
exactly-
beat on a
yep.
unit after
Order of
terrains hit
activation,
them, they
that's
still
right.
get 3d6. Right,
Yeah,
okay.
all right.
Right.
So we'll have to see what. Looks like one of the piggies has taken a few wounds here.
He's up to the ghosts. He's looking for mortal wounds.
Yep. I don't think he's going to be able to take the unit out by the looks.
See how much
So he's
damage he's
taken
done.
one piggy
One
away.
pig one.
That's all of his attacks, and he's
Killed
just
one
taken
pig.
one. So now he's going to pile in and see what he can. But in piling in as well, that's also made the distance from whichever war channel longer.
Yes.
But
Well, I think that one you've got drawn to now is going to be out of sight because that Nexus is huge.
yeah. But they're already in combat, so it doesn't really matter about making the 3d6 charge then, does it? Because Arkin came to them.
Jesse's just said 1 hour 15 left in the round. But I reckon these guys have got 15 minutes left in their game.
It's going pretty quick, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just reiterates the fact that Ironjawz can do a lot of damage. Really.
They can. High quality damage. So protection of Nagash has gone off. He's teleporting away again. And where's he going to place him?
Yeah, well,
He's putting him back on the objective. He's being very cheeky with this.
So he's going to try and, I think he's going to try and block out the 6 inches as much as possible using this guy's base.
Yeah.
But we also have to remember that these guys do move 9.
Yeah.
So that's a fair way there. So we'll have to see what happens.
But then we've also got those Maw Crushers. They're going to be double moving as well, or at least one of them.
Yeah, they will be, but that's a fair distance. I think that's like even if I think one, they're not really that hurt. Oh, this one over here's taken a few. Not very many though.
So,
but this one's on full range. I think that's going to be quite a distance.
Well, he moves.
I'd like to know where 24 inches ends.
Yeah.
You know, but he's only going to be generating 1 CP, so he's going to have to spend that to move, and then if he fails the charge, he's not going to be able to re-roll it. He's not going to be able to re-roll it because he's only going to have 1 CP, so it's. I'm not sure whether a major win's going to happen this turn
Or next turn. Just a matter of time.
You definitely want to get these guys down here.
Yeah,
Because
there's no reason to hold them back.
That's right. There's nothing there holding that objective anymore. There's no enemy units there to take their home objective
Is there,
back.
there's still pigs up there with the Maw Crushers?
Yep. So we still have a unit of 3 here.
Yep.
And a unit of just 1 out
Single
of the 3
pig?
there.
Yep.
And then we have the 2 down the bottom.
Yeah, right. So they just have to stay there and let the Maw Crushers do the dirty work and game over.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what would be good in this list right now?
Sorry?
You know what would be good in this right now?
Tell me.
A teleport.
Yes!
It's still a 9-inch charge, but you could spend that CP to re-roll it if you wanted to.
Yeah. But, props to him. He's done well without any magic in this list. Paddy's on.
He has.
This will be 3 majors for Paddy today, so.
Yeah. This goes to show that you don't need it to win.
That's
you
right.
need to be aggressive and do
Just
a lot
need
of
to be a
damage.
dick.
Pretty much.
Crush kids' dreams.
Yep. So he's handing out some pluses to damage.
Yeah, I think he's done.
More channels are chanting.
So, I wonder where they went to.
So I'm pretty sure he put one up here, and I don't know where he put the other one. I missed it. And I'll tell you what else has been
What's the range on the damage?
on the actual war channels?
Yeah,
I think it's just it's 15 inches.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. It's wholly real, I think. So I'm not sure how that.
As long as both pigs or the Maw Crusher, he might make it, That's a pretty big 12 inches.
Yeah, so that's the thing with this table is it's a lot harder to judge the distance
Yeah.
from looking up here, unfortunately.
Yeah, because if the Maw Crusher gets there, that's game. If not, then need at least 1 pig to survive
Yeah, so
till the
we'll
end of
see-
turn 3. So he's
that-
bringing up the other one as well.
yeah. I mean, why not?
Whoa, was that a CP move?
We'll
that
have
a
to see,
normal
because
move?
he was like here,
Yeah.
so I think he must have ran. I'll have to get to a table box and see what's going on.
That's what I was looking at. My movement doesn't
What's happening? Yeah, that's Alright, so those Maw Crushers both ran, so that's why those. That's the only obvious reason why they've gone further. I just had to make sure that there was no CP spent
Mismeasuring
there.
or mismeasuring.
Yeah. So even though it was obvious they ran, I just wanted to make sure no CPs were spent because I think he should have one.
Yeah.
So I think I just win, don't I? Doesn't matter, doesn't work.
Paddy's throwing a bit of shade at Nick.
He hasn't had any beer since
No,
11, so
he's doing really
he's
well.
doing really well.
He's coping so well.
Can't say what's going to happen after it.
Yeah.
Oh, and he just dropped a model. So
He's gonna go.
we're done now.
We know Paddy's gonna go 3-2 this weekend.
Yeah.
He'll wreck it tonight and then just go, not even show up tomorrow.
Yeah, he always shows up. He's really good for that. You can always rely on him. So those guys are just securing down here. They've moved up, so they're going to go straight into this guy again and see what happens.
So they're only rolling the 1 dice charge, and looks like they've made it for their +1.
Yep.
So they've rolled that
So
4.
that's just an allegiance ability Ironjawz get.
Yep.
And we'll see what
They're going
happens.
to punch on and see what happens.
He's shaking his dice very aggressively.
Pat said this is punishment for playing Bonereapers.
Yeah. I don't think many people are going to feel sorry for Nick, unfortunately.
No, I don't.
So he got 2 through at 2 damage each, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I don't think I have enough damage to kill him.
No, not
Has
they
he-
will they'll put some
Did
hurt on
Nick
him for
get
sure.
the... Oh, he used the spell already, didn't he? So that Protection of Nagash would have already unbound itself. As soon as he teleports, the spell's gone, so he hasn't got the 5-up after save anymore.
Okay.
So he'll just be relying on the armor and the 6-up.
These must be the piggies attack. See if we can do some damage to Arkin. So 6.
He's looking for death
He's
save.
looking for death saves now, so how many have we got?
How many are you rolling, Nick?
4.
Oh, okay.
We can-
Last one.
Okay, so his Arkin's just taken 6 wounds, so he's only got 5 left, I believe.
That's correct, yep.
So he gets to attack back now.
So if he kills one, he's going to heal 2 wounds at the end of the combat phase,
Yep.
for being the Mortarch. And then... Yeah, is it his turn next or priority? I've lost track.
It'll be priority.
Priority. So if he wins priority, he'll be able to heal back up, and so he'll be back to taking 1.
Yeah.
On the
if Paddy wins
premise...
priority here, it's pretty
Yeah,
well
if
game.
Paddy wins
I
priority,
feel.
that's game.
It's just we're just prolonging it. It could last till the 5th turn.
If he retreats out, though, if Paddy wins priority and retreats out 3, will he still be in range of that objective, do you think? Because where's the objective in relation to Nick?
It's right underneath him. It's about here, so it just depends because
So he could potentially retreat out
if he,
3
yeah,
inches away and still be in 6th objective and just cap it without having to do a thing.
pretty much. It depends on if he kills the or not, because he'll have more models.
That's right.
So it's 2 to 1 at the moment.
It's got to be. We're only in turn 2 at the moment, Joel. We're about to, after this, we're going to roll for priority, and then the way it's been worded in GHB 19 is you actually capture it at the end of the turn.
This is turn 3.
Oh, we're in turn 3 now, are we?
Yeah. So we're just discussing that he would win if he didn't kill a pig.
1 pig's just taken 4 wounds.
Yeah. So not enough to kill a pig. So that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're also saying that if he killed a pig, like you said, and he healed a couple of wounds, I was saying he would have to rely on these more pushes coming down.
Yeah,
'cause it would
yeah.
be 1-on-1. But I said if he didn't kill a pig, he would win because he has more models there.
Yes, yeah. But it's not straight up, Joel. It's at the end of the turn, I believe.
It did change from the old.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It did change. It's getting a bit rowdy in here at the moment.
Yeah, so that is done that game. So we'll have to do some. I'll do some interviews with the 2 players.
Great.
Thank you very much, Gary, for being on the.
Not a
stream.
worry. Happy to give a bit of insight to Bonereapers. We've got Nick coming up for an interview. Thanks, everybody.
All right. All right, so we'll have to get Nick here. Nick, we're gonna have to snuggle. We're gonna have to snuggle real close because my span is not huge. So yeah, so bring the microphone over to you.
Yeah.
Probably point off the table because the mount's not exactly great, so
That's right.
I can move this a bit. What? Okay. So tell us, how did you find that game quite aggressive or what?
Yeah, it was kind of rough. I was not expecting him to be that fast. Like, he told me he could move in the hero phase, and I'm like, oh yeah, he'll get like maybe 1 or 2 units in, I can do with that. And then he got his entire army in. I was like, all right. And then as soon as my first Mortec Guardian went down, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the game. Because they usually stick around for the whole game.
Yeah. Well, that's what we were sort of anticipating. So it was really interesting to see, and that's sort of why we picked this matchup to see, because we knew that Ironjawz did a lot of damage, and we knew that you guys were quite resilient as well, and could hit back. So we were just wanting to know, but yeah, I think it takes a lot of people by surprise with how quickly they do move and how much damage they can. So you now know how aggressive they can be, especially in this list. So how are you finding the Reapers?
I'm really enjoying them. I was probably going to play them if they were good or bad, because I had an idea for a theme, like basically like World of Warcraft Lich King theme.
Yeah.
And so I've kind of done that, and they just happen to be a good army, so I'm like, yeah, I'm alright with that.
Yeah. And you've managed to get them all painted pretty quick too.
Yeah.
You're still in the process of finishing them off, or you
I've got a couple that I've got to do some swords and everything, but contrast works wonders for terrible painters.
Yeah, well, we were just discussing before how we think contrast was real. Like, this army was sort of built for contrast paints as well. A lot of people have been doing that and getting good effects, especially with the bone.
Yeah.
Like, there is a lot of bone
some really good ones.
in that army. So, what have you decided? Like, is this something that you're prepared to play for the next 12 months?
Yeah.
Are you going to just get sick of it in 3 months and play something else, or what?
No, I'm probably pretty much going to play these guys. I would like to see if I can try and get another badge, but I'll play these guys until a Seraphon book comes out. So I'll probably be playing these guys for the next 3 or 4 years.
Awesome. Okay, then. That's a
Seraphon
big call.
don't come out.
There's a big call because there's some interesting gear that's being let out. Like slaves are coming out, which I think is going to be really good. There's a lot of rumours about a lot of other armies as well. So if you're pretty confident you're going to stick around for the next couple of years with them, I hope so.
It'll be that and Seraphon. So
Yeah, you still have your Seraphon because you were a Daughters player as well, but you
Yeah.
decided to get rid of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of over them. I always had like a love-hate relationship with them, and yeah, I think it was time to just get rid of them. I was waiting for something to come out that really stuck to me.
Yeah.
And I didn't really have anything. I played Daughters mainly because I had old Dark Elves from Warhammer. So I had a lot of the models already.
Yeah.
But yeah, with these guys coming out, I had the idea for the theme, and I'm like, yeah, may as well. Let's start a new army.
All right, so just reading some of the comments here. So, old Blaze Be Mad would like to see some photos, so you'll have to send through some photos and I can definitely put them up on Twitter.
I don't know if you can see, so my Archon is a mix of Kel'Thuzad and Sindragosa on one base.
Yeah.
And I'm mounting Nagash in a throne and putting him up on top of stairs like Arthas.
That'd look really, really cool.
Hopefully it's going to look cool.
Yeah.
And I've got a board planned out and everything, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what do you think about the book overall? Like, is there something that you're going to add to the list, or you're happy with your list at the moment, or you're going to buy everything and just play bits and pieces of the list everywhere? Or
I'm pretty happy with the list. A lot of people like the Stalkers for the more offensive, but I find the Mortec Guard are like some of the most offensive unit in the army.
Especially when you're playing them in Petrifex. So what sort of battle lines rolling on with 3-up saves, like standard?
And I like the unit of 10 Death Riders.
Yeah.
Because they're so fast. I usually am able to get into the back line really quickly. In my last game, I just took the back objective in turn 2 and kind of got on it with them.
Yeah. What did you think of the Legion that basically surrounds those Death Riders as well? So that makes them do mortal wounds.
I like it. It's one of those things that with this army, it's more of a money thing because, like, for 5 guys, it's like $100.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's
run
like
something
Daughters of
like
Cain
that.
all over again. So you've already been through that process. Awesome. So yeah, the army looks great. The play style is definitely different, especially they don't use command points, and you can create them every turn. Have spells to generate them as well.
I play very defensive army. Like a lot of people play, like they just move forward. But I like to sit back, shoot a couple of shots with my crawlers, and then like clean up what's left kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I think you've got the right mixture there. So you've got your backline that can shoot and create havoc, and those guys have got 12 wounds each, and they're on a 3-up save as well from the Petrifex. So that's just disgusting.
It is.
And they're doing a 5 damage just standard with no wounds taken as well. So and then wasn't sure whether you used any of your once per battle shooting attacks in that game.
No, because they are good, but they're very like situational. It didn't have enough models to like try and pick off a middle guy to make him run from battle shock. Like I've done that with Stormcast and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But with 3 units, units of 3 pigs, it's like, oh, it doesn't really matter. I like the 5 damage shot because people say that, oh, it's got no rend, but if only one goes through, that's 5 damage. Like,
Yeah.
that hurts.
It's pretty neat. It is pretty neat. And I was discussing it earlier because we just did a book review not long ago on this on the Ossiarch Bonereapers, and I feel I had a unit of stalkers in the list that I made, and I feel like not having their special weapon equipped, it works better with that unit.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like the special weapons in a lot of the units. Like I don't have the Great Blades in the Mortar.
Yeah.
Because I think it works out to be like 0.06% more.
Yeah.
It's like, how much is that going to matter?
Yeah.
It doesn't explode because it's not a Nardite weapon.
Yeah, that's right.
And the same thing with the Death Riders. Like a lot of people run the blades to explode, but I like the Lancers because even though you lose the rend, exploding on a 5+, and then with the spell exploding on a 4+, like also so much damage in Marvel games.
That's true, but then also having the extra reach with that as well is good because you are running a unit of 10. So if there is an instance where you're actually behind
Yeah, you go
one
3
another,
sideways. And
yeah,
then,
you can still reach, which is really good because I think that sort of works better when you have bigger units, unless you're confident with stringing them out.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, I'll let you go. Thank you very much for jumping on,
worries,
and
thanks,
thanks for being on the stream. I hope you can roll some people tomorrow.
Yeah, if I decide to show up.
You'll be here.
I will.
And just basically learning the ways of the Bonereapers.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying them, so I have a lot more to learn about them.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I'll get Paddy on here now. I'm sure we're all sick of seeing him today. This will be his 3rd time. So, Paddy, the damage-wielding Carter,
Yes.
just rolling across tables here.
Yes.
So, just tell us a story. You're good at this.
Yeah, well, the mission itself was pretty self-explanatory. Knife to the heart, just
Yep.
go straight over there.
Yep.
Because the army's just just high damage. So I just went straight in, going all or nothing, and you saw the game. So
Yeah, we did see the game. There's not many other questions I could really ask you. You played that pretty well. Was there any mistakes that you sort of picked up that you would learn from, or anything like that on your part, or?
yeah, there was a couple of things. Arc and teleporting because of protection the gash. So I know from now on with that spell and all that sort of stuff. So just got to be a bit careful about that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, it is what it is. So I knew if they're playing Bonereapers, I can't let them move, so I just cornered them in the corner.
Yeah, well, you definitely, like, I don't think you anticipated the fastness of those guys and how aggressive and how much damage they can do. And you really pinned him in his own deployment as well, which is quite dangerous because he had to get through you to be able to get out. But then when there's not much left, like, those crawlers aren't going to be moving on to any of
No, nothing shifts. So,
Yeah.
because he's Bonereapers, I don't want the Cav Riders going around and doing whatever the hell they want. So, I made sure that I definitely pinned them in place, and then it was just a case of how many Motric Guard I can clean out pretty quickly. Because I'm a clan, means I don't take that much damage back to them.
Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot to mention that until it was. I think he only took like 1 damage on a pig or something, and I was like, "Holy Jesus, he's running good saves." Mike was like, "He's not dead." I was like, "Oh yeah," because I like totally skipped the first. When I put your list up on the screen, it didn't have the top. I didn't scroll up.
Yeah. So just making sure that like even in that circumstance, I didn't call a wire in that game either.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going in with my full plethora of attacks, which is also even more scary.
Yes.
So just like 1 unit of pigs, like my little 3-man unit of pigs with gore hackers, walk in if they get all 3 in combat, walk in with 32 attacks when I'm like buffed up with a wire. So it gets pretty out of control pretty quickly.
I'd like to hear about that at some stage over the weekend. So if you can make it happen, Paddy, and I can hear some stories about it, that'd be really good. If you can do some 32 attacks at something.
Yep.
Just make it your priority for tomorrow.
Yeah. So it was good though. It was a good game. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, well, it was good to have the new Bonereapers on the stream as well, so people like seeing the new stuff that's out. And people also like seeing how it can be versed.
Well, everything could be counted. Just depends on, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
No worries. Well, that pretty much finishes us up for, if I can speak English, finishes us up for today.
Yep.
So thanks very much again You will not be on the stream tomorrow, Paddy. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's okay.
We'll see what happens.
Yep.
If you make it to the top tables, you're going to have to be back on. So
there we go.
just start losing tomorrow. So
I'll go down. Yeah.
Go down.
Yeah.
Do the reverse submarine.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, I don't know what's happening tonight, whether I'll see you somewhere or not. Otherwise, I'll just catch you tomorrow. So cheers for being on.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so that's basically the end of day one here at Herocon. So we've had some pretty exciting games happening. We've seen Ironjawz roll in and do some incredible damage. We've seen some steam tanks come in, just try and shoot some fire slayers off, but they're just ridiculous after saves, made that really hard for them to do. So all in all, we've had a great day. I'm pretty much going to leave it here. We'll be back again tomorrow, probably about 9 o'clock. I think the fourth game kicks off. So if you guys want to join in then, please come support us on the chat. Start chatting away with us. And that'd be good. Just help us along. I'll just quickly see what's going on in the chat right now. Can someone get Pat a booster seat? I will endeavour, if he is on the stream tomorrow, to bring a little pillow in for him so he can reach the desk. So, all right, guys, you will have a lovely evening, and we will see you guys tomorrow.